Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Gemini, June 2, 2022. This can be a day of inspiration along practical lines, and of greater compassion with others. It's easy to forgive, forget, and let bygones be bygones with Venus and Neptune coming together. You might crave an escape from the routine and a fresh start regarding your faith in a project or pursuit. This alignment encourages you to connect with something higher, and you can crave the feeling of being close to someone who seems to share your values. While your generosity expands and it feels great, you may need to draw some boundaries so that you don't go beyond your capacity or comfort levels, which are temporarily hard to define. Aim to pay more attention to other layers of a situation or see things in a new light. The goal now might be to make more of what you have or enjoy yourself more fully. Your dreams and fantasies or ideals are in stronger focus than usual. As you may know, harmony-seeking Venus governs your romantic fifth house of love, passion, pleasure, and self-expression, but it will sit together with the Moon and Neptune in Pisces today, bringing emphasis to your stability-seeking second house of comfort, money, possessions, and sense of security. Are financial burdens and sacrifices getting in the way of your love life? With Luna in harmonious alignment with rebel Uranus, the cosmos is here to help you break free from whatever's been keeping your spirit stagnant. How do you feel about your money? As the Moon shines in mutable Pisces, you may find that your feelings regarding your security and value come and go throughout the day. One moment, you may feel incredibly tied to your assets. The next moment, you may not care or think twice about spending your money freely. Since the Moon sextiles Uranus in Taurus, you may find that your connection to your security derives from your home life. It could be a fantastic transit to practice shadow work, especially if your financial insecurities or fears are a result of your childhood. As someone who tends to operate from their intellect, you might be surprised by the surge of romantic passion that comes your way at this time. For today at least, your values might just make a shift from the intellectual to the physical. You'll probably want to plan a romantic evening with someone special, and you might even want to get out and spend some money on clothes. Enjoy your day. Choose your words carefully. You tend to do exactly the opposite, hurting some people and might suffer from the consequences for a long time. Reawaken your long-lost diplomatic skills, even if you find it hard. Communicating in an open, honest way makes people more understanding. Wow! Look at you. There you were bemoaning your lack of romantic prospects and now, suddenly, you're embroiled in a sizzling affair. That's the way it happens, without warning. If inadequacies surface, they are best dealt with by quietly reflecting on the reason for your feelings and deciding what's best to do about them. When in conversation with someone new, never go on too much about yourself or the past. Talk about something that naturally sheds light on your current situation. You might be in the mood to stir things up today, with planetary energies boosting your sense of daring. Normally, you like to avoid conflict, but today you will be more in the mood to stand up for yourself. Or you might end up defending an underdog who could use some extra support. Allow yourself to be courageous today and assert yourself more in situations where your input can make a difference. 7 letters are in this word, which starts with an L and ends with a Y. Give up. The word is liberty, and it is the only word that will be on your mind today. Need independence? Want to find an original path off the beaten track? Do you want to discover yourself on one that corresponds with you? This will be the program for today. Be careful not to forget others on their own path, because sooner or later, you will need them to advance along yours. What makes the timing of the Moon's monthly visit to your income sector auspicious is not just that this has set the scene for a positive few days across the income, work, and career fronts. What is important is that it comes at an important junction on all 3 fronts, with the Moon picking up on lucrative developments ahead as things settle on the career front, but also as things continue to play out after an eclipsing new Moon on the job front. With your instincts sharp from the Moon's departure from Gemini yesterday, continue to trust your sixth sense. Mercury is not only in his last full day in retrograde motion in a nostalgic part of your chart but at a standstill. This is adding to a sense of nostalgia. In Venus, the planet of love's early days here, this is creating an even greater focus on the past as she takes your heart on a nostalgic trip down love's memory lane. Our eyes in the sky. Yesterday, we experienced a major emotional shift in energy that set the stage for today's aspect, but that doesn't mean today will be any less emotional. This energy that we're collectively experiencing is going to soften hearts and allow us to believe in the goodness of others. Your altruistic side could push you to donate to a charitable or humanitarian organization, but it's important to be careful. You could find that you've been deceived or haven't heard the whole story about the group. In terms of love, this is one of the dreamiest times of the year, and we all want to dive into deep emotional waters. You won't want to come up for air, preferring instead to be lost in your feelings and live in an unrealistic haze. If you're an artist, this is a lovely day to embrace your talent. Ideas can flow freely, and you might find that you're able to produce more than usual. Let the creativity pour out of you today. The moon is quiet in Cancer and making no major planetary aspects today. When we see this happen, it means that the moon is void of course. As many astrologers say, the moon isn't working, so neither should you. This is a time when you can sit back and reflect on the past in order to understand where you're going. Allow yourself to be at one with the universe and take a step back to relax, and you could find that things work out in your favor. Something you might want to do is start your spring cleaning. A void of course moon is a great time to go through boxes, toss out clutter, and get organized. It's also a wonderful time to add some self-care to your day. If you long to get a massage or do some yoga, schedule an appointment or go to a class. We should guard against arriving at simplistic conclusions. Psychic impressions can be mistaken for solid truths without fact-checking. We believe we simply know something without doing our due diligence. While our intuitive impressions might be on target, we'll deprive ourselves of crucial intel if we think we have all the answers. The best use of this transit will be to decry our expectations and put ourselves to work in a research capacity. Logical investigations can help us to gain valuable insights. Secrets may be divulged which provide a new awareness of our surroundings. Conversations with those in power enlighten us about our own unconscious motivations. No matter what the circumstances, this promises to be an interesting day. Before noon, the Cancer moon aligns with Chiron in Cancer, poking a raw nerve. We may now feel especially self-conscious and, subconsciously, we fear setting ourselves apart from the herd. In youth, our uniqueness and individuality might not have been supported. Paradoxically, in adulthood, the best way to champion our insecurities is to face them head-on. Through self-declaration, we offer our inner child the encouragement we lacked. Taking action might still feel awkward, yet the more we practice, the better the reception we receive from others. They, in turn, take a play from our book, as our courage demonstrates that they are equally capable of advocating for their independence.